to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Golden Gophers will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So UCLA's offense will go on the attack first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
On the run, it's Thomas. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Bruins will hustle to the line.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
4 wideouts set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Hauls it in. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Bruins come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They go to the ground. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll give it to him again. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure. With every win, that makes the next game that much bigger, and they've shown up on big stages on national television, and they've been able to deliver. This game, though, is the biggest yet. If they keep on the pace they're at, they're going to be playing for a Big Ten championship.
Snagged in the middle, it's Matthews. He's not quite going to make it to the sticks. It'll be 4th down from the 36. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Trying to keep the drive alive. Picks up the first down. And the Bruins get enough to move the chains. And this setter downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, and they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Pulls it and fires to the left. There he goes! They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The Bruins are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to power it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way
goes as he goes. So really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Minnesota's offense will go to work for the first time today. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker.
He's loose. Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The pull and throw off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Golden Gophers will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Golden Gophers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. He's got it. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He's got it. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll give it to the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The run from the shotgun. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. The give from the gun. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way.
There he goes. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
The RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, UCLA! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively,
they get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. No matter the sport, he epitomized the UCLA mantra, be quick, don't hurry.
I mean, what a great job of being quick off the ball. Defensive lineman, you got to be quick off the ball if you want to be disruptive, get in the backfield, and get to the quarterback.
we love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. To throw, it's Lindsey. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. The Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Pulls and fires complete. It's a running room. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And the Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. It has been a rocky ride through Big Ten play so far, and they're running out of time to turn it around.
Yeah, and sometimes the Big Ten will do that to you, right? It's a competitive conference. There's a lot of competitive environments that you have to step into, and they haven't been great this season, let's be honest. But, Jesse, I'm more interested to see how they finish off the last part of this season because it's one thing to have expectations and to get down. It's another thing to quit.
Yeah, you just want to see how resilient they are too, David, because the coach, he's been saying the right things after taking all these losses at the podium, after games. We've got guys hurt. We've got young players. We're inexperienced. We're learning how to win. But, you know, you're running out of time for excuses. You've now got to turn the page. You've got to show up. You've got to put a complete game together and get a W.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Tracy. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. And the Golden Gophers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Rides the back on the option, the give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Bruins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun to give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Setting up the screen. He's in open space downfield. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense picks it up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but... A play by this defense to get the football. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Taylor has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. That's caught. It's Coleman. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. The Golden Gophers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Catch in the middle. It's Tracy. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the 1st half. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. They'll run play action. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the 1st half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the 2nd half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards of field position. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Finds the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Bruins in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Robinson. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Just inside the 35. 1st and 10 from the 34. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job.
Oh, he's got some space. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they're going to head out the lineup for a field goal. And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
When the offense has had enough, they'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in college football heaven, the Rose Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that. I know that.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And, boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. A
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
You know, it's really tough. It's tough to be a DB because you can't get there too early. You can't get there too late. He gets there perfect timing and gets the deflection.
The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Snagged out of the air. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Bruins are on the move. Quick release on the RPO. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. Using his legs, it's Thomas. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Bruins, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll run it on first and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously...
It's a seam wide open. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll... just shy of midfield. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Swings it out to the flat. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. He hurls one deep down the left side. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Picked off, what a play to set him up. A return there would have just been... On the cake, they'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8-clap in a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense, you got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football, you want to be in the mix, find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
Fires to the big fella. Oh, out of space. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's no good. The missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game still sitting at 10. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play. The play action fake. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the grab on the left side. Open spaces. Touchdown Bruins. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by 4 over Western Kentucky. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air, it's Lindsey. He's got an open man. Oh, there might have been trouble if they hadn't knocked him down so quickly.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. The Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25. And here comes the offense on second down. grabbed over the middle. It's Coleman. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Golden Gophers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at him.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. A shot toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's going to take off. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
And the Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. The give and tick, 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 tick. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Gets it past the marker. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. They'll try the run. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Trying to slam in. Touchdown, UCLA! And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Wants to throw. It's Lindsey. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Golden Gophers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Fires to the tight end. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That will put